Well, good evening, everyone. Here to proudly announce the fiscal 2016 budget. This budget will be over $78.5 billion, with a strong focus on fighting inequality, on strengthening our city and its future, and lifting up all New Yorkers. I'll give a quick overview, then introduce the Speaker, and then after that, the Chair of the City Council Finance Committee. And then as we take questions and answers in a bit, we'll be joined by the OMB Director, Dean Fullahan. But tonight we'll give you the quick overview on the budget. There will be a lot more information provided in the next few days leading up to the formal budget adoption process. First item I want to highlight, very near and dear to my heart, we have continued to deepen our investments in the future of our children. We are focusing on some of the schools that need help the most. They're in the process of being turned around. Our renewal schools, 94 schools that we plan to turn around and make strong. We are including $12.7 million in this budget for extended learning time in those renewal schools, $2.2 million for school-based health centers in those renewal schools, bringing our total investment in the renewal school effort to over $163 million for fiscal 16. And that number signifies a true commitment to making schools that were often ignored the strong schools for all children they should be. Second, and this is an area where the Council strongly urged action, we are expanding access to one of the core elements of all our communities, our libraries. You can clap for that. In cooperation with the Council, $39 million will be added to the budget for libraries. This will allow us to get to universal 6-day library service all over New York and will allow for extended hours at libraries in many locations. Third, we're making a critical investment in the future safety of all New Yorkers and in the relationship between police and community and a need to turn that into a deeper partnership. It's well known the Council has been advocating over the last 2 years to increase the number of police on our force. There have been long conversations, particularly over the last few weeks, on what was the right thing to do in terms of, and through a lot of work, we came to a plan that allows us to strengthen our police force while encouraging deepening of reform, while finding key reforms on the fiscal front. And I outline quickly, we'll be adding 1,297 uniformed officers to the ranks of the NYPD. That will take our force from approximately 34,500 officers today to nearly 35,800 officers by July 1st, 2016, the end of the new fiscal year. These officers will be devoted to two key efforts. First, a new counterterrorism effort focused on our critical response vehicles. This will be a dedicated, trained, and carefully equipped force to focus solely on counterterrorism efforts. No longer will officers be pulled out of precincts for these type of counterterror patrols. They will be a dedicated, trained force that solely focus on that area. And second, officers for our precincts will be part of a pioneering neighborhood policing strategy. This will be a brand new thing in this city, something that's been talked about in various forums for decades, but will now happen for the first time in a full and high-impact way. And we believe it will help us achieve our shared vision of bringing police and community together while keeping crime low. Details of this vision will be unveiled over the next few days, but what it means is really a comprehensive new approach that revolutionizes the way we bring police and community together and the way we police our streets. The administration and the Council have been equally committed, at the same time, to fostering real fiscal reform when it comes to the police budget. Two areas have historically been a focus of the Council. I commend them for that: civilianization in our police force and creating real caps on overtime spending and real reform in that area. Well, that's been achieved. We will secure over $70 million in savings when this plan is fully phased in. That will come from a cap on overtime, a very public and clear cap on overtime spending, and through the civilianization effort, moving 415 officers from desk jobs to work on the streets of our city, so the police department is using all of its personnel most effectively. These are targeted investments that we know are going to make a huge difference in the future of our city, and they came together after weeks of hard work, and we think this is a plan that really works for New York City.